Okay, this time I will be demonstrating to you on how to make a structural drawing. So using your floor plan in architectural drawings, or the plan that you've done in your architectural sheet, the same floor plan, you'll be using it for your uh, structural drawing. So as you recall, or if you refer to my previous video that I've shown you this drawing, I will show you also uh, the structural drawing of that floor plan. Okay, so let me import this in that sheet. Okay, so these are the contents of structural drawing based on my floor plan here. So what I have, or how you do it, like this one here. So there will be no more windows or even doors. All you need to do is just indicate the columns, location of your columns, and then this square is your footing. I will explain that step by step. And then this one is your column. Of course, this one is your window. This one is the footing of the walls. This is supposed to be shown in hidden line, but it's not showing uh, the right the right scale. Let me check. So let me see if I can use one. So it's still not showing 100. Okay, so it shows, I mean, if I use the LT scale to 100, so it is visibly seen here that it is I mean, I use hidden line because it is obviously underground. Okay, and then on top of that footing is our wall. So I will identify the parts of your dimension of your foundation plan. This one is the name or the code for this footing. I name this as footing 1 F1, and then this column I name it C1. So that's why the name is F1 C1. If you have another size of your footing, you can use F2, and then if you have another size of your column, you can use C2. So that's how you name your or label your structural drawing. And then I have here WF1. There are other types of footing with regards to your walls. So like if you have a firewall, the detail of that column will of that wall rather is different from this normal wall, wherein the hollow blocks or your wall is at the center of your footing. I will show you later the two different footing details, wall footing detail. And then this part is an indication that inside your slab, after you put filling to elevate the level of your flooring, you need to put concrete as your flooring. So your concrete has this reinforcement or steel bars, so it is indicated here. The thickness of the slab is 0.10 meters or 100 millimeter thickness. Concrete slab with 10 temperature bars spaced at zero point 0.6. So temperature bars is the steel bars that you need to use to reinforce your flooring, and they are spaced 600 in between. So if you double check that measurement, it is 600. All right, the circle indicates that I just cut through portion of my slab. Okay, So dimensions, I copied this in my architectural drawing before. Okay, so that's for the foundation plan. And then a roof framing plan. Okay, I will identify also parts of the roofing. Of course, still grid lines are there, even dimensions. And then uh, parts of your roofing. So truss means the one supporting, main supporting member of your roofing. And then this one, these green colors are the purlins, wherein the metal roofing is nailed or screwed to this part. And then this one are stiffeners, just stiffeners in order to strengthen your trusses. And then uh, you can provide a gutter here to collect the rainwater. And then uh, some flushing. So later on I will show you the detail of the truss. Alright, so structural drawing will include foundation plan and then roof framing plan. Let's go into details. For your column and walls, our footing and columns, as you remember earlier, I indicated the name F1C1. So I have only one type of footing and column. So technically, I require only, or I need only to make one detail for that. So F1C1 details. The dimension of my footing is 900 by 900 and the reinforcement bars are indicated here. There are 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on the other side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 also. Okay, so that's the reinforcement of my footing. And then for the columns, it is indicated that 4 12 mm plus 2 10 mm reinforcement steel bars. So there are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 12 mm and then there are 2 10 mm. So that's how you indicate it in your detail for your footing and your column. So this one is showing that the vertical reinforcement bars of your column will be bended and joined to your footing. So this is the section. So this is the portion which I mentioned that it is bended and then connected to the footing. So technically this part is your footing and your column is the vertical portion. So this is the sectional view. We cut through our uh, plan. So we have the thickness here and then the height from the footing to the ground line varies because it depends on the condition of the soil or the ground. So technically it will be dig up in the ground and then uh, you have to fabricate the steel bars and then pour concrete on it to form your column footing and columns. And then after that, of course, you need to fill in again with the soil or whatever filling materials you're going to use. Okay, so these are the symbols of filling only. All right, so similar to the indication here of your plan in respect to your footing and column, you will do the same here also in your sections. So you indicate again the reinforcement bars for 12 mm plus 2 10 mm. So these are the bars. Okay, and then uh, obviously the footing, because I already indicated it here below, which is this basically the footing reinforcement. So here I did not include I included only, or I indicated only the reinforcement bars for columns. Okay, so that's for the footing and column details, and we'll go to wall details. So this is the one which I mentioned earlier, that there are two types of footing for your walls. So here, the wall is at the center of the footing, okay, and then this is the section, this is the floor plan. So you, as you can see, that the wall footing is up to here, but the hollow blocks is put at the center, while this one here, the same section sizes, but it is easily seen that the column, the wall here is at the center, while this one here is at the side of the footing. So technically this is the firewall. So the reason why this is the type of foundation that you're gonna use for this wall as your firewall is that this line, okay, I will put a marking. So this line is your property line. That's why it is called firewall, because since you put your structure directly to your property line, you need to protect your structure from any other uh, things that's on the other side. So like usually it is called firewall because it must prevent the fire from spreading. Like for example, there's a fire here on the other side, it will prevent from uh, transferring to your property. So the main reason why the foundation is L shape is that if you make your foundation like this, okay, then you are already you have already a case of land grabbing. You are putting your construction on the other side or beyond your property line. Okay, so your property line, take note that this line only. So that's why you need to limit doing something beyond your property. So that is the main purpose of having an L-shaped foundation for wall. Okay, so similar to your column, you need to indicate. Anyway, all these drawings, I will share it to you. All you need to do is just change the layers, whatever layers you gonna use. So no need for you to draw individually because it will take time for you to draw these things. And then I use usually some standard details. Stiffeners is used to strengthen your walls in between columns. And then lintel beam, this is applicable on top of the door and windows. So these are the basic or standard uh, detail for such purpose, stiffener and lintel beam. Okay, so let's proceed to the uh, roofing, because you have roofing here. I need to indicate the roofing details, and then as well as the beams supporting my trusses. So in my drawing here, I only have one type of truss, truss 1, all are truss 1, and then RB for my roof beam. So basically, I will just, I need only to have one detail. So one detail for my truss, which is this one, and then one detail for my roof beam, this one. So here, uh, cross check with elevation. So this is the slope of my roof, and basically the truss will be somewhere around here on top of my roof beam. Okay, So when I interpreted it here for my details, so I need to indicate this is the top of my roof beam. Okay, and my trusses will look like this. So roof beam is here, roof beam, and then my trusses is this green color lines, and then I indicated the C purlins. So C purlins, this is the nailer will be here, or screw for the metal will go to this C purlins, and this is my roof or roofing materials. And then I provided a fascia here to have a better look on the end of my roofing, and this is the flashing to seal the gaps here so that it will prevent the water of seeping in. Okay, and then here obviously I don't have a gutter because I just let the water or rainwater flows directly down without any uh, collecting pipes here or gutter. So if you have a design that has a gutter, you can get it from my example. I will share some details for you to use. And by the way, with regards to the column and footing details, I have here, this is similar file that I'm going to share with you. I made it all in zero layer like that. So when you open it, it is all under zero layer, and then all you need to do is to adapt to your standard or setup in your drawing. You can you can use this like this one here. This is dimension. All you need to do, this is how you do it. Whatever your dimension setup, like this one I have here, rod dimension. By the way, disregard this one. This is the one which I mentioned before, that if you just copy any drawings from the other files, all the information of it will go inside your file as well. Okay, so that's why I don't want you to import directly some external files or drawings to your drawing. So instead, you have to open that file first and then change the layer into zero. So this one is, if this is zero, all you need to do is just change it. By the way, zero, open that file. So if it is already set to zero, which is I'm going to set this to zero when I send it to you, and then when you copy it and import it to your drawing, it is under zero layer. So meaning this one now, it will look like this inside your drawing paper. So all you need to do is just change the layer. So whatever is the layer is. So see, when I click now, my layer RAD dimensions is showing. So if I want to change the color, all you need to do is, if this one I don't like gray, I will use red. Oh, sorry, this is fixed. This is fixed because this is an extended line, uh, leader line. Only you can change is this one. Let's say if you want to make that as a cyan color, so like that. Okay. Actually, let me try if I can modify this. You going to the properties. Let me check line type. I think I can change that here. So I'll go to red. Yeah, like that. So go to properties and change. So that's if you don't want my colors. you can change what color you want. So like this one, if you want to make it other color, go to properties, check lines and arrows, and then change, let's say like this. Okay, and then this color just go directly to this color and then make yellow, like that. That's how you change. So whatever uh, reference you can get from my reference, you can just do that way instead of doing it one by one. Okay. So uh, let me stop this for a while, and then we will continue in the next video uh, to show you the trusses. Okay. So for now, I will stop and then continue in the next video.